really didn't want to make this video. I wanted to wait for a while to see exactly what happens, what comes from this next week, but I know a lot of you guys have heard the rumors and the predictions of a Nintendo Direct coming next week. Alana Pierce actually mentioned this in one of her podcasts. She used to be, I think a game analyst or something at IGN, and now she works at Sony Santa Monica. But yeah, she mentioned something a while ago that the Direct was, she already heard stuff that the Direct was going to be this Wednesday. And it made a lot of sense for people. It just kind of lined up with everything. A lot of people were, okay, we're getting a big Nintendo Direct at the end of the month. That sounds like something Nintendo would do to make sure they stay away from everybody else. Now, all these rumors and stuff are coming in. It was starting to happen last week, and I was just ignoring them. And then now I'm seeing like literally 10 to 15 different leakers and people saying that this Direct is in fact going to be a mini Direct, and now everybody's saying not only is it going to be a mini Direct, it's going to be a mini Direct partner showcase. Oh boy. Yeah, Nintendo's biggest time of the year is going to be turned into a measly third-party showcase, which is mind-blowing to me. I mean, seriously, mind-blowing. The reason this started happening in the first place was because of COVID, because Nintendo needed a way to get out their third-party announcements because it was a very difficult time for them to get out their first-party announcements. But those third-party announcements had to be released because they had deals with other companies, and it made sense that they had to get those out. There's nothing going on right now. I don't know why Nintendo finds it hard for them to generate a presentation showing off some more information on games that we know this year, maybe a couple of games that we don't, and showing off some information for games for next year. But apparently Nintendo doesn't have anything because still we're going through this. I don't know why this is a thing. A lot of people were in my comments back when E3 was actually canceled at the beginning of this year, and I was very upset. And this is why. This is why I was so nervous. And everybody's like, no, don't worry. Nintendo's going to have their own presentation. Nintendo would do their own thing. E3 isn't everything. I know people were lighting me up saying like E3 doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it does. It does, and I've said this time and time again that E3 is what holds Nintendo together for the most part, because Nintendo, you let them do their own things, they will do their own thing, and it'll be weird. Like, they can't just have their own presentation for some reason. They have to be so extra and so different compared to every other company. I don't get it, but yeah, it's looking like this is going to be a partner showcase, which is insane that this is normally the time of year where we get the most information. Back to the point where they don't have anything this year. I've been saying this a while too, that a lot of people were saying that this year originally was going to be better than 2017, and I said there's no freaking way. There's no way. We had new Mario, new Splatoon, new Xenoblade, new Zelda, Mario Rabbids. I mean, yes, I can see where they were coming from. It looked like there was a chance, but everything got pushed back. Things just didn't happen. We obviously don't have a Mario. We don't have a Zelda now. Splatoon 3 is looking eh. But yeah, this year is looking pretty lame. I'm not gonna lie. It's looking pretty lame. Unless you're like a huge RPG fan. Once again, I feel like I'm saying this too much. Every year I feel like I'm saying, if you're a huge RPG fan, you're gonna have a good time. I'm tired of saying that. Like, why is it gotta just be RPGs that we get prepared for? Like, there's already another Fire Emblem game, for instance, apparently already ready to go. It's just RPG after RPG after RPG. There's no 2D or 3D platformers that much. Look at Kirby. Came out, was one of the biggest games I think the Switch has ever had. That game is phenomenal. And I think that might be our biggest game of the year already. We've already peaked in March. So yeah, it sucks. And once again, I thought for sure they have to have something, right, for the fall. Like, there's got to be another game. We got Splatoon in September. Obviously, Pokemon Company is going to have their big games in November with Scarlet and Violet. But where's our October game? We've been saying this for a while. It can't be just Bayonetta. It's got to be something that a general audience would want to play. Bayonetta is very, I am not saying anything against Bayonetta fans or anything like that, of course. And I would never. It does look like a lot of fun, but it is for a niche audience. It is rated M. It's not going to be for the general audience, for a general family. That's what that October game normally is for a general audience, something very big, one of Nintendo's big first-party IPs that gets people excited for the holiday season. We don't have anything like that. September is Splatoon, and it looks like Splatoon's going to be the one that runs it, and then Pokemon in November, which is unfortunate because it's never just Pokemon running the holiday season. We had Mario Odyssey before running the holiday season. We've had Smash Brothers running the holiday season, alongside games like Pokemon. So Nintendo definitely needs their own game to go with Pokemon as well for other fans that don't want to dive into Pokemon. But yeah, it's not looking like once again, it's going to be a bad holiday season. And I've been saying this for the last 3 holiday seasons have been lackluster, man. Seriously, and I'm including this one because I think this one's going to be bad. But let's look at last year. What was last year? Metroid Dread, and it was in October, so technically it was the holiday game. Metroid Dread was great. Very niche game again. It's not really a holiday game. You look at the year before that, you had 3D All-Stars, which was 3 Mario ports. I love Sunshine to death, so I was fine, but many people, that's not a holiday game. 3 old Mario games, and then a Hyrule Warriors game again is nuts. It's not holiday titles. I don't get it. Personally, I just think, Nintendo's really bombing these holiday games. I'm just like, I know they probably previously had Breath of the Wild 2 planned for this holiday, and then that fell in the water, so clearly that messes stuff up. But yeah, I mean, they've got to have backups. They've got to have something, man. And I think that's truly, that's why I'm really believing this. It's at the end of June. Nintendo's kind of, this kind of just shows like, we would have a direct in September. So it's only like 2.5 months now from now. So it would, yeah, I mean, it just kind of lines up with what I think. I think Nintendo is going to do this. It's going to be a mini direct or a partner showcase, one or the other, and it's just not going to be a general. It's not going to be what we expect because I still think we would have got that announced a little longer ago if it was a big general direct. I don't think Nintendo wants to dive into anything next year. Once again, we don't even know anything next year. We know Breath of the Wild 2, and that's it, and we don't even know anything about that. So we are in the dark for next year. There's still stuff I feel like they need to announce for this year. There's still mini games, some extra titles I feel like in the August. They still need to talk about stuff like Bayonetta. They still need to talk about Mario Kart DLC Wave 2, for crying out loud. Where is that at? I know that can be a Twitter drop or something, but man, can we have it? Like, this has been so long for tracks that are literally being ported over from Mario Kart Tour. We can't even, like, it's been so long. I don't understand. We're missing stuff. Like, I would love to get more information on Breath of the Wild 2, just find out what the heck this game is or even what it's called. So yeah, people also in the comments, I've read some people trying to defend it, saying, oh, well, Nintendo's got games coming out this year already. They're fine. They don't really need to announce. Yes, they do. Yeah, they do need to announce stuff, I don't think the world's going crazy right now. I'm not, taking anything away from Xenoblade or anything like that. But I don't think people are going crazy this summer with Switch Sports, Mario Strikers, Fire Emblem Warriors, and Xenoblade 3. I think Xenoblade 3 is definitely the highlight of this summer, but I don't think people are really losing their minds over that compared to what we've had in the past with, like, Splatoon or Mario Maker 2 during the summer. This sucks. I'm gonna be honest. This sucks. There's not a lot to look forward to this year now. I guess we're gonna have to really hold out until next year. Obviously Pokemon fans, Pokemon's gonna be the big game this year. That's it. Pokemon and Kirby is what's gonna carry this year single-handedly. I really want to say Splatoon 3 as a huge Splatoon fan, but it's just been letting me down. It really has been letting me down unless they really show something in an upcoming Splatoon Direct. I haven't seen anything that really wow me. I mean, seriously, I don't think it's going to be anything that really, blow it up. I think it's going to be what we expect from Splatoon 3. The most basic stuff that we could expect from the game. I'm hoping I'm wrong, seriously. Like I said, I didn't want to make this video. I hope I'm wrong. Like, seriously, I want to wake up next week, like Monday or Tuesday, and get an announcement that's just a general direct and that these stupid leakers have no clue what they're talking about. And I would love to shut them down and just be like, none of this is true. They don't know what they're talking about. I'm done talking about leakers. But I didn't even want to give them the light of day for this because, once again, I just don't want to do it. But if they're right, I did want to prepare you guys. I do want to mentally prepare you guys for bad things to happen next week. And I'm not going to encourage you guys to just take it on a chin. It's going to be okay. We'll get another direct eventually. We'll just have to make it through the next couple of months. No, be upset. Like, be upset. You have the right to be upset. There's no reason why Nintendo couldn't have a summer presentation this month. There's no reason. So if it's not a general direct and if it's not any new announcements at all or anything, worthwhile, be upset, because this tells me straight up that if E3 was a thing and Nintendo did have a conference, it would have been pretty terrible. And this year, you could just straight up tell, was just not a good year. The Switch software is just continuing to disappoint. I mean, seriously, just lots of ports and stuff that we've already had on the Wii U, and it just seems like they don't have games, man. I just don't know how there's no games being made. What is the Odyssey team working on? What could they possibly be working on? What has this Pikmin team been working on for the last 17 years? Like, where's Pikmin 4? Odyssey team, no Mario, no Donkey Kong? You know, what has Retro Studios been working on? I know they're going back to Metroid Prime 4, but I know they've had to been working on something before that. What is being worked on? Like, where are the, how are we not have any game announcements? I don't know. Yeah. It sucks. You know, I had to get my little rant. I do one of these like every blue moon, and it was time to do a rant because, man, if this is a partner direct showcase, people are going to be livid. It's unfortunate, too, because Nintendo took away the dislike button, so we can't really show Nintendo how much we dislike it, but hopefully the comments will. I mean, hopefully the comments will. The only good thing I think could possibly come from this third-party direct is maybe information on Mario Rabbids, but besides that, I don't know what else could be talked about. Bayonetta's technically first party now, so I don't even think they would talk about that, would they? Maybe. I don't know. But at the end of the day, you know, directs are just presentations showing us what Nintendo has ready. And if there's no direct showing us presentations of Nintendo's games, it just shows us that Nintendo doesn't have any games. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if we get a direct or not. Nintendo doesn't have anything if they don't give us a direct. You know, we weren't getting anything anyways. And it's just disappointing. So yeah, we're going to have looks like a pretty sad ride until the end of the year. It is what it is, you know. Hopefully there's a big new Switch coming or something with big new titles and stuff. Once again, we'll try again next year to try to repeat 2017, but I just don't think it's possible, man. 2017 was just golden. It was just too perfect. It was a dream, you know, and I think we took it for granted. I think we really did take it for granted. It was too perfect. And we'll probably only get a year like that once every 15 years. But yeah, I'm holding on. I'm hoping, you know, I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping that this video was just, you know, me being scared and, you know, just being anxiety filled of what the worst outcome could be. But this is what it's looking like right now. It's looking like we'll get a mini or a partner showcase, and it's just, it does make sense when you look at the timing of this thing being at the end of June, so abnormal, and just something that they've done in the past. We'll see. We'll see. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Maybe you guys can, you know, either agree with me or disagree with me. Let me know. Obviously, I just obviously am a Nintendo fan. I want to hear some good information from some games coming out. But let me know what you think down below. If you enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe to stay up to date on all things Nintendo. And like always, I will see you all on the next one. See you guys.